Eric D'Amato.
And I'm the Living Dead.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers Zombie Week Halloween.
Yes, part 2.
1 year ago, a little over 1 year ago, the last week before Halloween last year, we had a look at Zack Snyder's worst movie, the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
I hated this movie.
You still do.
I do.
You never stopped, I don't think. Is it possible for you to ever?
Largely because the movie itself was partly because the movie itself was garbage, but largely because of what it was trying to be to replace.
I just find its message was bullshit, and some parts of it were bullshit also.
It didn't have a message.
It did.
What was it?
It was... No, I'm not even going to get into it right now.
But today, we're going to be looking at one of the most well-loved and respected zombie films of all time, George A. Romero's 1978 Dawn of the Dead.
Yep, this came out a little bit after Night of the Living Dead.
10 years.
Yep.
This is the second movie in what's referred to as the Romero trilogy.
Yeah.
But I'm considering the Romero quadrilogy because there is a fourth one that fits into this framework.
Mm-hmm. And I like this better than the last.
He made a lot of zombie movies. Like he did make a lot of the Dead movies. Because after Land of the Dead, we had like Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead. But I don't really count those because
those just kind of fell into the same formula.
They're sidequels and midquels.
Yeah,
and it's the same apocalypse clearly, but
it's not the same. It's not the same like social standing in each movie. Basically, it's like there's different social like problems in each one. I'd feel they have their own like atmosphere.
So, following an ever-growing epidemic of zombies that have risen from the dead, 2 Philadelphia SWAT team members, a traffic reporter, and his television executive girlfriend seek refuge in a secluded shopping mall. It's probably one of the best rated movies we've ever seen on our show.
It's got an 8.0.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for what we usually do. But again, it's
pretty fresh.
But this is Halloween.
This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream.
Lawyer's rather nice.
We're going for like 2 simultaneous sing-songy references.
Yes.
Double sing-song. That's what you get at Mindbreakers Studios, guys. We're gonna enjoy some Zambimbos infiltrate the chopping mall. Where they're gonna get chopped to shit. And it's gonna be great. There's gonna be zombie babies popping out of cakes.
Nope.
There's gonna be zombies being hit.
Can I just read the
benches?
really, really, really awesome tagline of the movie? When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
It's classic. Like that.
First there was Night of the Living Dead. Now George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
Because there's all of the hellspawn are just clogging up hell. And Wanda is not avenged yet by Al Simmons.
This has nothing to do with Spawn.
Spawn is going to convert all of the Zambimbis into the actual Deadites using his necro goodness.
Anyway, let's watch this one.
He's gonna be Zombie Jesus.
Da 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 da.
This is just gonna be Dead Rising shenanigans.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time.
Not that room! Not that room!
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all times.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill. This situation must be controlled before it's too late. They are multiplying too rapidly.
Dawn of the Dead.
Meet me on the roof at 9 o'clock. Getting out.
I don't believe
We're
it.
gonna
What?
get out in the chopper. We've got to survive. Somebody's got to survive.
They kill for one reason. They kill for food. They eat their victims.
Imagine, if you will, that something has gone terribly wrong.
Shoot it, man.
Now, accept the fact that there's no escaping the horrible consequences. George Romero brings back the dead. Night of the Living Dead has ended. Dawn of the Dead is here.
We must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotions.
Operator dead. Post abandoned. We may never get out alive. It's everywhere. What the hell is it?
Looks like a shopping center, one of those big indoor malls.
What are they doing? Why do they come here?
Some kind of instinct, memory, what they used to do. This was an important place in their lives.
What is it?
We've got a war.
I'm afraid.
We have spawned our own savagery. Soon it will consume us all. It is a horrible, hauntingly accurate vision of the mindless excesses of a society gone mad.
They must be destroyed on sight.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
We are down to the line, folks. We are down to the line.
Dawn of the Dead.
Well,
Immediate shit show. Immediate shit show. We just get thrown right in.
the Dawn of the Dead.
It's like we're not even in this movie for like 2 seconds before everything's already going to hell around
Well,
them.
because that's the thing. This starts about 3-4 weeks into the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's already started.
Night of the Living. Well, I know this is made 10 years after Night of the Living Dead, but it
Which
doesn't
is
take.
right for it to-
doesn't take place 10 years after Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, it should.
Frankly, if we're doing that, I do not believe humanity could survive 10 years of zombie apocalypse or something.
Oh no, if it was literally like time elapsed 10 years, I think like by then most, if not all, humanity is just gone.
But
we
it's,
get dropped in
it's about a
basically-
month into the zombie apocalypse, and they're dealing with it.
Yeah.
And we're at a news broadcast place.
Well, like we're in a mall watching a news broadcast being taken place.
No,
inside of
we're in an actual news broadcast place. We're not in the mall yet.
Oh, it's not like oh yeah, it's true, right?
Yeah,
They're
this
not
is where we
connected
meet
up. It's just in the broadcasting thing.
Flyboy and the blonde chick.
Oh yeah, and we see them gun down all. Yeah. Okay.
Well, and they're getting into fights. There's an interview about the zombie plague. Some people don't believe it's a zombie plague. They're doing a talk. It's actually there's a talk show host who's trying to use it to boost ratings. Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Our next special guest is going to be a zombie, and he's going to be talking to us all about the plague. Stay tuned, just after this half hour.
Ah!
Hear him? You hear him? He's ready to go.
That'll make more sense next week.
That's a reference no one will get.
We can feel ourselves rotting.
Yeah.
You know, Return of the Living Dead surprisingly dark for a comedy.
You think so?
Anyway, so
I've seen
there's
darker.
also the blonde chick. She's a TV executive.
Mm-hmm.
She because the main point that people are watching their show for is the list of
places
of
that
aid
are-
centers that are
yeah.
available right now. That's like to get you out of the fucking city and into
Yeah, basically shelters.
shelters.
For
And like,
quarantine
okay,
areas.
these shelters have been shut down, and like, okay, pull that, like, all of these shelters are shut down. Pull the list from the air.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, if you pull that list from the air, people will stop watching. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. If we send them there, they're going to die.
You send them anywhere that's not safer than where they already are, they're going to die.
Anyway, they basically she and her boyfriend, who's a traffic cop, not a traffic reporter, hence the helicopter. They get in the thing and peace out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we meet Roger and
His buddy boy.
yeah, the one of the film's protagonists, like main characters.
Yeah.
What's his name?
We need a list of all these people, because honestly there are a lot of characters in this.
Yeah.
I don't remember like half of their names even. Even a quarter of their names I don't even remember. There's a lot of people. I was just calling them, like, by what they look like, basically. I had to resort to that, because, yeah, there was a lot of people in this movie. And they're just, like, they get, like, more of them show up before less of them start to...
But not all of them are relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Stefan, who is the helicopter
Peter,
dude.
Roger.
Yeah, Peter's the black guy, the black cop, Roger's the white cop, and Francine's the woman.
Uh-huh. And then there's Mr. Berman.
They're not really important.
Yeah, there are other people. But yeah.
And so we also get in the television broadcast a rundown of some of the new rules of it is illegal to live in a private residence now.
Yeah.
Because zombies, you have to give up corpses for proper disposal.
Yeah, they're
because zombies. All of these rules seem to me pretty reasonable.
Issuing all of these because, like, this is what happens when shit goes bad. It's like, no. So, like, your civil liberties are gone. You need to listen to
I'm
us.
not allowed to live in my own house? Zombies!
Fuck you, no. Yeah, exactly. You want to try to board yourself into your own home? Fuck you, zombies. It's like, you're living in your own home? Fuck you, you're getting evicted.
Because zombies.
Yes.
But they, like, a lot of...
Either the government's going to evict you or the zombies
One of the things they did is, like, they put them into apartment buildings.
Yeah.
So they could be easily, essentially, guarded.
Yeah.
And protected from zombies. And we start with a bunch of
one way out.
SWAT officers because they, essentially, one of the people in these buildings have armed and rebelled.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going there to seize them, because they're also not disposing of their dead properly.
Yeah, and apparently there were a lot of Mexicans and
we get a really racist guy who just starts going on a rampage.
Yeah, he's calling them all the N-word.
Because they have it pretty much under control, and then he just starts killing people.
Yeah, he's going nuts.
And then
he's trigger fucking happy.
And then he gets killed, and then by zombies, and then there's a zombie breakout in the building, and they get most of them done.
Yeah.
And we find,
we see a couple of zombie kids at some point.
Yeah, that's sad. The zombies in this don't look the best. I think these are some of the worst looking in the three.
Yeah.
Because at least
the
ones in Night of the Living Dead were in black and white.
But they're serviceable, though.
Yeah, they're serviceable, but they're blue.
Yeah.
It doesn't look the best. Some of them look really good, but most of them are just blue. They're still cool, but they're blue.
But they're blue.
Dabba-dee-dabba-da.
If they were green...
It wouldn't be easy being green.
If they were green, they would die.
Yeah. Well, they're zombies. They're already dead. And,
Owani no Mushineyo. They practice the Hamon breathing technique.
So Roger and Peter go into the basement, and a priest with a missing leg is leaving there. It's like, hey, you're stop. It's like, you've shown them that you're strong. You've shown them we're not going to give you any more trouble. Okay, just let me go. We're leaving because you're stronger than us, but pretty soon I think they be stronger than you. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't mean the tenants. He does not mean the tenants.
Of course not.
And we see the basement
go in with assault rifles
is full of zombies.
Yeah, like
they're tied up.
Let's talk weaponry wise.
Yeah,
they're going in there with assault rifles, like M4s.
And
they're popping everybody they can see, basically. Yeah, Spaz 12s, basically. Yeah, they're in there with Spaz 12s and fucking M4s, and they're dealing with like a small armed militia with revolvers and single shot rifles. Okay?
Someone has a double barrel.
No way. Yeah, maybe a double barrel occasionally, you know? The one double barrel the entire apartment building has.
Yeah.
But
full Cletus.
The communal double barrel shotgun that belonged to Cletus. So they go in there and they're dealing with this small armed militia. They're just obliterating them. It's like they know they don't really stand that big of a chance.
It's not even a fight.
Yeah, but they're holding their ground still because they're fighting for their rights.
Because the thing is, the tenant, like it's shown when they're storming in, the tenants aren't a threat.
Yeah.
So zombies are the threat.
The zombies are their main concern, or should be their main concern, because they don't care about weaponry.
Also,
they're gonna charge you, rush down tactics, and bite your ass.
Let's point out the main problem, by the way, with racist strategy, is he goes around body shotting people.
Yep. Spraying and fucking praying for their chest.
It's acceptable. It is acceptable for the civilians to think to body shot.
No,
they don't know.
No, but this guy's just aiming for the heart like a fucking dumbass.
But the thing is, the SWAT team should have been briefed, and the military comes in later too, should have been briefed that you shoot in the head is zombie.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. He's just like, all these spics, they're all gonna get shot in their hearts. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna shoot them all. And I don't care if they're a zombie or
these goddamn 5-star hotels is better than I got.
Yeah.
So, just like to point out, by the way, that some of the music for this movie, and one of the script consultants was the main man himself, Dario Argento.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised by this.
I wasn't. It feels like it. If you look at a lot of the color choices and the cinematography, it feels like a Dario Argento.
I had no idea.
The use of red, the huge use of red, feels like the Suspiria event.
Okay. I still haven't seen that, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised though, because this does seem like right up his alley.
Look, there's
a reason
this is considered one of the best zombie movies.
Yeah, of course.
So, eventually, Francine and Steven hook up with Peter and Roger, and they leave. We see a bunch of hillbillies are loving the zombie apocalypse and basically having a barbecue.
Oh yeah, they're having them good old boys are having a grand old time.
They know what they're doing.
Yep. They're cracking open the beers, they're fucking loading up the double barrels, they're screaming yeehaw.
I think these might be actually the same, the same people as the posse from the first movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that it seems like they live in Ash's neighborhood.
Just Ash is now the chief of a zombie killing unit.
Shout-outs, obviously. But yeah.
I thought you meant Williams.
No.
I thought you were talking Evil Dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Happy Halloween, Ashley, by the way, if you're watching.
Happy Halloween. From the past.
We're gonna take you back to the past.
to review the Halloweens that sucked ass. The years that you got a rock. I got a rock. But so they meet up with these people.
No, they don't meet up, they just go.
Yeah. The Texans are having a barbecue.
Yep. They stop at a gas station to try to fuel up. That's where you get the zombie kids. Mm-hmm. And a zombie who kind of...
No, there were zombie kids in the building too, I think.
No, not yet.
There weren't any in the building?
There wasn't attention drawn to them.
I feel like there were two that popped out on Peter.
That's in the place where they were fueling.
Okay.
And we also, when I think Roger's watching the helicopter.
Yeah.
A zombie basically kills himself.
Yeah, he comes up onto the building,
but the rotor on the helicopter
he's
still going.
He's not paying attention to the top of his head, and he just gets it chopped off. Yeah, exactly.
And he just dies. It's like, okay,
but it makes sense.
It's funny
because it's like when you're around a helicopter, no, you keep your fucking head down unless it's in the air.
But the thing is, the zombie climbed up on some boxes.
Yeah, he just he fucking gets his head chopped off.
Foink!
Shambles up the box and just gets it chopped. And he's just like, okay.
Oh, me dead now.
Is this before or after we see the one guy who's really bad, who's a really bad shot? The guy who's taking pot shots at one of the zombies.
Yeah, this is during that.
Yeah.
He's taking pot, and he almost hits Roger, and Roger is really pissed.
Oh yeah, he fucking shoves his assault rifle in his face, and he's like, doesn't feel very nice now, does it?
It's scary, isn't it?
It's not the same at all now, is it, Steve?
So he has the understandable thing of, look, until we can get you to be a better shot, you're not shooting, okay?
Yeah, here, take this axe. You might as well do that.
He takes it. So they're on top of a bus and it's surrounded by zombies.
Yeah.
And he takes the axe, throws it among the zombies, and just turns to Steve and says, "Get my axe."
No.
And they do that over and over.
No.
We are
him a
Negan.
knife. He gives him a knife, and then he gives him a bow and arrow, and he says, "Only fire when I tell you to fire." I'm calling you boy.
No, he shows up, and he has his long hair and a big ratty coat and a toque, and he thrusts a combat knife at him and says, "Cut yourself."
I still like only fire when I tell you to fire.
I was rewatching Terminator Salvation. Of course. I'm not going to replay that shit because it's shit.
But yeah, I think he does call somebody boy at some point.
Yeah.
One of the guys in this actually does straight up look like fucking Kratos.
It's
just like,
it's true. It's true because
I'm like, oh,
he's got the beard and everything.
If only they knew.
Zombie Kratos.
Zombie Kratos is fucking badass, bro. Like, if Zombie Kratos was Zombie Liu Kang, which he is, that would be fucking awesome. It'd be so badass. Like,
I always saw Kratos be like the more Kratos-y Mortal Kombat character being Quan Chi, personally.
Well,
just because he looks like
him. Quan Chi, really? I would say.
Hey! You know what the first thing Quan Chi ever appeared in was?
What?
The animated series.
Oh,
no, he was planned in other stuff, but his first actual appearance was there.
Man. But dude, Zombie Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Yep.
Is like he's got the two chains with the hooks on the end of them, and he swings them around like fucking Kratos, and he grabs people. That's basically like as close to Kratos, like it's the step down from Kratos, because Kratos was in Mortal Kombat 9.
Was he?
Yeah, he was actually in that.
Oh, cool.
You could fight Freddy Krueger, I think, with Kratos. It was pretty cool.
That sounds mildly ridiculous.
But yeah,
so
Kratos was really
they
good
finally landed a mall. Like, hey, it's surrounded by zombies. We can't do this. This is stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, we'll go up to the roof. Might be able to at least find some supplies down there. And they find boxes and boxes of canned food.
Mm-hmm.
And they
find some candy, I think, somewhere too.
Oh, that's later.
Yeah.
They find
a lot of food in there, though.
Well, it's a mall.
Mm-hmm.
They decide to like stay there a bit. Like they make like little living quarters up there.
Yeah, they crashed open. I think like one of the sunroofs, or like the glass glass roof. They come in through there.
So Peter and Roger go down to basically clear out zombies and grab some supplies.
Yep.
And
oh, do we talk about the ragdoll? The fucking zombie that just gets tossed off the roof.
Oh,
he ragdolls off.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was amazing.
We got a lot of that in a certain game.
Yep. That we do.
So they're going through. They're taking out zombies. They're pretty effective at it, surprisingly. Mm-hmm. They run into they
several different.
They kill a lot of zombies. There's a Hare Krishna zombie who's kind of a problem.
There's also a nun zombie.
Yeah.
oh! Speaking of the Hare Krishna zombie, you want to sing it?
No, I don't.
Come on, it's right there.
No.
Come on, just say it.
They annoy the fuck out of me.
Come on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
I hate running into those people. I know you do. Them as people.
I know you do. That's why I brought it.
I hate being approached by people.
Yep.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you close the distance with me too fast, you're running the risk of getting smacked in the head.
Yeah. But you know how many people that Hare Krishna kills?
How many?
As many as the nun. But you know how many the nun kill? None.
Anyway, that one gets up and attacks Francine.
Yes.
And pretty much, aside from her, everyone wants to stay at the mall.
Well, she's trying to get out of a vent, I think.
Yeah.
And like she's crawling up, and the Hare Krishna is right behind her.
I think Roger Peter pops him in the head.
Yeah.
And she's like, they're like, hey, this place is actually pretty good. We should stay. Mm-hmm. And like, Roger, Peter, and Steven want to stay, And then Francine gets really bitchy and says, I guess my vote doesn't matter. And it's like, well, yeah, it does.
3 against
but
1.
3 against 1, that's how voted. You lose. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Your vote was considered as 1.
Turns out it's revealed she's
Everyone
pregnant.
else outvoted you.
It's revealed she's pregnant.
Even considered as 2 votes, you should still outnumber.
Which you shouldn't.
Yeah. Consider the following. You are outnumbered.
Because it's not old enough to vote.
Yeah, 3-1. Also, if you want to try to outdo yourself, 2 to 3, it's still you're still missing that 1 vote. Unless it's twins. Unless it's fucking twins that she's pregnant with, she's not winning this. And even then, it's a draw, bitch.
I mean,
check your privilege.
We hardly need to say this.
Yep.
But this is better than the remake by far.
Yeah. I still like this, but I like the over the top, like, kind of cartooniness of the remake.
You mean how overly CGI everything was?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like,
it is a factor.
The way everybody handles it, you know?
You mean badly?
Like, no, like with the attitude-wise. Like, everybody's got their things, you know? And it's like a cartoon. You're watching everybody, like, you're watching Bugs Bunny and
Okay, I'll give one good thing to the remake.
What?
Come on, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness.
That was amazing.
Fucker, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness.
That aside, it was still fun to see them kind of, like, express themselves in that one. This one, it's a lot more toned down. It's a lot more serious than the other one. Yeah. I just love the fucking Looney Tunes aspect of the remake. I love the way that it's kind of like...
Frank, it is funny.
I'm trying to do something right. I'm going to play games on the chalkboard with this guy.
Yeah, that part was fun. I like that guy.
Yeah,
but it was funny to watch that movie.
I like it.
And see the dad from fucking Modern Family.
Yeah.
Phil. Being an asshole.
No, that guy was a prick. And that's one of the parts that it's like, okay, that brings...
Isn't that pretty much the same character he plays in The Incredible Hulk, too?
No, not entirely.
Because he's the one who's dating Betty Ross.
Yeah, but it's not the exact...
No, he's a wimpy. He's a wimpy.
Yeah,
beta.
He doesn't like run up to the Incredible Hulk and try to punch him like the fucking like he would in fucking.
He is a beta
in the
bitch.
Remake
though.
of Dawn of the Dead.
He is a beta bitch.
Oh, definitely.
Anyway,
like he doesn't have the balls he does in Dawn of the Dead.
Anyway, enough about the Hulk and the bad remake.
Yeah. We missed one of my favorite lines though.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I'll say it at the end. I think anybody that's watching this and that has seen the movie.
So let me guess. Great. Spam. Did you bring a can opener? No. Then don't knock it. It has its own key.
That's not what I was going to say. But I'll mention it at the end. It's fine.
So
they're constantly saying that they need to be rational.
Oh yeah, the eye patch doctor on the TV broadcast.
Yeah, they're drinking heavily on the news broadcast. And they're having like a philosophical debate, these two scientist guys. One of them's got an eye patch, he looks fucking badass.
He's actually...
he looks like Dr. Lipschitz, but with an eye patch.
He was in another George A. Romero film called The Crazies.
I think I've seen The Crazies.
There was a remake of it.
I saw the remake.
Because he's in the original.
Yo, we should put that on the list, actually. That was a good movie.
Which one?
The Crazies. Both of them, I'm assuming, are great movies, but the remake was really good.
Maybe we will.
Yeah.
Actually, we can get my hands on the remake.
I have the remake on DVD. Oh, cool. Yeah.
So they eventually clear out the zombies in the mall.
Yeah.
We don't really need to go into them doing that. They just kill all the zombies.
Oh yeah, while the philosophical debate's going on, one of the guys turns and he gets shot by...
No, that's not yet. That's not yet.
Wasn't it during the rational...
Well, it's during that, but that doesn't happen yet.
Okay.
So they clear the mall of zombies.
Okay.
And later on, they have it cleared. Well, they have it cleared. Not really anywhere to go from that. They decide, hey, we've got to block off the doors.
Yeah, they're barricading the place.
So they move some trucks. And this
gets unwanted attention.
Roger, well, when they're doing it, Roger is a bit slow on his reflexes, and it's unclear. He either gets, I don't know if he gets bitten or not.
I think he got scratched.
But he does get soaked in fucking zombie blood.
No, it's true. He was getting tackled by one, and he got shot. Like the zombie got shot, and then the blood went all over his face.
And something happens to his leg,
and he got infected.
I mean, his leg isn't bitten, but he does twist the fuck out of his leg.
Yeah, his leg's shot, and they have him in a wheelchair for the
wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
But he's still badass.
No, they got him in a wheelbarrow at first, and then put him in a wheelchair.
But it's funny because they have him in the wheelbarrow because after they get him back and treat him, then when they're storming, they're like killing all the zombies. They're rolling him around the wheelchair, and he's like
firing a rifle. Yeah.
No, I think he has. Yeah. Does he have a pistol or a rifle?
I think he has both, but like he's firing a rifle for most of it.
He's badass.
Yeah. But like he's infected at this point, and I don't know if they know this or not.
But it's not a bite; it's infected from the blood, so it's
blood infection.
Slower.
Yeah. It's
because I think they spend months.
Bite. It's like in an hour.
Yeah.
You're infected, if that, maybe even half an hour. You're infected, but blood it slowly seeps in.
Yeah.
But he is infected. He's going to die.
So they fuck around the mall. They play arcade games.
Yep.
There's a woman Francine is skating on the ice rink.
Yeah.
Fun fact about this take, by the way. The actress could not skate. That's like take 75. She kept falling, and the skate instructor was screaming at her the whole time. So it took hours to get her to make one loop. That was not fun for anyone involved.
Filmmaking.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to say.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, George A. Romero.
Oh, yeah.
Let us raise a glass to the father of the zombie.
To Zambimbo Daddy.
To Zam Daddy.
Wish I had some whiskey. That'd be good. He deserves whiskey.
So they eventually, Roger does turn.
Yep. And this is during the rational discussion, whatever.
Yeah, they get over him pretty quick. He asks, because before he turns, like, yeah, I don't want to be walking around like that.
Yeah.
Make sure, but wait till you're sure I'm coming back. I'm gonna try not to.
Yeah. But he's turning, and he's turned, and Peter loads up his revolver, clicks the hammer back, aims it right at him. You don't see the shot happen, but you hear it.
You can tell this isn't the first time he's had to do this.
No, it's one of the sadder parts.
I think it's either Roger or Peter, but one of them has a wedding ring on, and his wife is not
Roger.
Roger. He has a wedding ring on, and it's never explicitly mentioned. But since his wife is never brought up, you can probably assume she is dead.
Well, widows keep their wedding rings on.
But you can, I'm assuming within the 3 weeks preceding the apocalypse,
Yeah, but he still has full reason to wear that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it points out that he has lost people before.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get rid of it. I really want.
So they're arming up to take out all the rest of the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So Stephen and Peter go into the gun shop and take goddamn everything. We need all the guns. And we have an interesting line where he takes out this really big ass sniper rifle. It's like, ain't it a crime? What? The only sucker who could ever miss with a gun like this was the asshole with the bread to buy it. So they take all the guns, all the bullets, bullet belts, a pair of matched, black and gold, badass, big ass Colt revolvers.
Oh god, those things are beautiful.
I don't even like guns. I have to admit, those things are pretty.
They look gorgeous, and me as an adult, those would be my toys. I would love the hell out of those things. They would be my pride and joys if I ever got them. I'm a cowboy kid at heart, so little Joe would love that shit.
So they go around the mall for a bit longer. They've kind of converted the upstairs place into an actual home now. Peter makes dinner for Francine and Stephen. And
nice
then
little romantic dinner.
And then they have unremarkable, very depressed sex.
Oh, yeah.
Which we see the uninspired aftermath of.
Yep.
At one point, Francine puts on makeup and play. Like, they all have learned to shoot now, and she knows how to fly the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
They've all learned. She's put on a lot of makeup, and she's playing with a gun. And then she just breaks down and cries, "What have we done to ourselves?"
Mm.
And then the biker gang.
This is probably like the big. This is the big climax of the movie, and it's one of my favorite parts because we get an image of like where the guy's on the radio basically like calling them up, and he's having a conversation with.
Yeah, we don't like people who don't share what they have.
Yeah, it's a
There
biker,
are
it's a biker gang.
It's just there are. He looks behind. There are like thousands of them.
Yeah.
There are three of us.
Three of us, yeah. And they're convincing them like, yeah, we're just a small group. Tell us where you are.
I mean, in that situation, you know what I'd probably do?
Not.
Can you guarantee us protection from zombies? There are only three of us. Yeah? Cool.
Mm-hmm. So
come down. I don't need all this shit.
Yeah. So the biker gang finally convinces them to tell them where they are, and it's like
no, they don't. They just find them because the helicopter's on the roof.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, they figure out where they are.
Point out
and among their ranks.
Could you point out a stupid that Steven does earlier?
What?
Oh look, I'm in the boiler room. I'm gonna with a lot of highly explosive shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot at the shadows of zombie. Mm-hmm. Dumbass, you're lucky you didn't blow the whole goddamn mall up.
Old school horror. Anyway, so in their ranks, in the big biker gang group that finds them, is the man himself,
the myth, the
Tom
legend,
fucking Savini.
Tom Savini, Sex Machine, the guy who did the makeup for Night of the Living Dead,
and
the
he's
makeup
my
for this,
favorite fucking character.
is responsible for the 1990s remake of Night of the Living Dead, which I actually have on DVD now.
He was in that too.
Yep. This guy designed goddamn Jason Voorhees. He is a god of horror. He was in the Dawn of the Dead remake as the only interesting character, the one on TV telling how to kill zombies.
Yeah.
This man is a legend. And he also plays the coolest biker.
Yeah.
He loves swords.
Well, he likes blades in general. He doesn't really use a gun.
Mm.
He's mostly just cutting people off.
He has a machete. He takes a few shots, but he has a machete.
He's got a knife, a machete.
And
he gets a sword.
Yeah,
and he's got a sidearm.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. That's what he's back.
Also, one little spoiler for a future movie.
Sure.
He comes back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As a Zambimbi.
As a Zambimbo.
Well, the way that he dies, it makes sense. And yes, he does die.
Well, everyone dies. It's a zombie movie. Everyone's gonna die.
Yes.
They storm the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Rogers Peter's like, okay, we're gonna stay. We're gonna make sure they don't break too many things. We're just gonna stay up there, keep quiet, see what they loot, and see how much damage they do, so we can clean it up faster once they fucking leave.
Mm-hmm.
Steven, on the other hand, it's he just loses it's ours and starts shooting them.
Yep.
And then massive fighting happens, a lot of gore.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to go into all of it because you should probably watch this movie for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the cooler ones are a guy gets his organs ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
Steven actually is turned into a zombie
Yeah.
in the famous elevator scene.
Yeah.
Resident Evil loves to do this, by the way, where someone's in an elevator, the elevator opens, and
Transitional change.
and then zombies at the camera.
Yeah, but in this one, it's he gets into the zombie, he gets into an elevator human, and then he gets out of the elevator a zombie.
I think that happened to me while I was playing. I actually kind of had a mild scare at it when I was playing Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Because they'd like to do that one a lot. You open the elevator, zombies everywhere, close, 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 close.
I think it's the first section of Dead Rising 2.
Yeah.
Is you're running away from a whole bunch of them, and they just start pouring out of an elevator. It's pretty crazy.
One of the coolest deaths for more visually interesting deaths for the bikers is one of them is playing with a blood pressure cuff because he's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And
why would you do this?
The thing is, he's playing with it when they're first going into the mall, and someone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, you're being a fucking moron.
But that's understandable because, like, okay, if you see one in the pharmacy, you're gonna you might just like for the fuck of it.
Yeah,
but he does it in the middle of the zombie attack, and.
We're gonna loot things and we're gonna kill the zombies and we're gonna kill the survivors in this place if they don't want to join us. I'm gonna sit in this fucking chair and test my blood pressure.
And then it locks onto him, and then the zombies come and rip him off the arm.
Yep.
And you just see the arm like jetting blood, just the arm in the cuff, and the blood pressure slowly goes to 0.
Da 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 da.
Wah. It was very fun. This is a fun movie.
It is, especially when the fucking bikers are just throwing pies in them and fucking shooting seltzer water in the zombies' faces while they fucking pick their pockets of valuables.
I mean, yeah, they're pickpocketing the zombies. It's great.
It's fucking.
There's one guy who picks up a TV. There's one guy who picks up a TV, and the other guy's like, "The fuck you expect me to watch on that?" He's like, "Good point." He just drops it and kicks it in.
I wanted him to toss it off a railing and it shatters on a zombie's head. And he's just walking around with a TV on his head for the rest of the movie.
You mean like Gnome Head from Dead Alive?
Yeah, kinda.
The best zombie.
So
eventually all the bikers die.
Yeah.
All of them.
One of them's wearing a surfboard head. He's swinging around a fucking paddle.
One of them is a singing clown juggling handheld. That'll be no fun at all.
One of them's rollerblading around with dual flamethrowers made of water guns.
One has a shopping cart with pitchforks strapped to it. Medicine! That's just what this bitch said!
The Hare Krishna zombie at first was like swinging around a bow staff before he turned into a zombie.
He was killing.
Yeah, he was being killing.
This doesn't happen. So the zombies infest everything. Zombie Steven remembers. Oh, because it's pointed out that the reason they all want to get to the mall is because they remember that they used to want to be there. Yep. They don't remember why. They just know they want to be there. And Steven remembers how to get upstairs, so he leads the other zombies through the blocked off passage.
Yep.
And Francine escapes to the helicopter. Peter's like, I gotta stay with this place. I gotta go down with it if need be.
Yeah.
But he eventually, because Francine's surrounded by zombies and she can't get the helicopter started, he just badasses and we get like 18 music. Like da da da, he's killing all the zombies. Yeah. Da da da. Da-da-da. He beats one in the head with the stock of his assault.
Yeah, there was he had like a Derringer.
Yeah.
And he's got the one shot.
He's putting it to his
Yeah, it's being all dramatic, he's gonna kill himself.
And then they burst in. It's like, you know what? Fuck you.
He pops a black guy who's a zombie also in the head, which is it's very metaphorical, this scene.
Yeah.
It's basically no, pull the gun out of your mouth and fucking point it up in the air. You know, do the best you can. Go out fighting.
And he does, and they escape.
And he does, and it's awesome. It's so cool.
And he escapes, and the zombies now rule the shopping mall.
Yep. Fucking Tom Savini's swinging around Spider-Manning on a fucking chain, slashing zombies.
He's Errol Flynn.
Yeah.
He's already died by this point, sadly. The place is all just run by zombies.
Yeah, but I just remember him swinging across.
And you have what would become a running gag with George Romero. It's fun. And they escape. We don't know where they go. It's hopeful. And then the movie's over.
Yep.
This is clearly a comment on consumer culture and consumerism. I mean, that's kind of obvious from the shopping mall setting and everything.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of little tidbits of other messages here and there. It's not just obviously things have to be a little more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got a lot of meaning packed in there.
Yeah.
And it's still a great film.
Smarter people than us have already deconstructed every goddamn thing.
Definitely. But I feel like there are certain things that we can kind of bring up also, and we kind of touched on a lot of them already. And yeah, I feel like mostly like I feel like the two main characters that you can kind of like get a lot of meaning from are, of course, Peter and Tom Savini's character. Like, I feel like those two should be like
Tom Savini, really?
Like, yeah,
he doesn't even have a name. He's just Tom
no,
Savini.
But like what they represent, you know, like their representation, like the outlaw who's like a fucking crazy ass biker, and he's kind of going through the apocalypse his own way, and then Peter, who's a former cop, going about the apocalypse the other.
I'd say Francine would also be one of the main characters in this too.
You could definitely have like a whole study. She's a study on her own also.
Yeah.
But if you want like basically like these two men, just like one side of the argument and the other side, I feel like you can focus it on like either one. The fork in the road is basically.
Also, one thing that's like the three living in and four when Roger's around, the four living in the mall are watching each other's backs and are helping each other, and like they get stuff for everyone else as well. I mean, they get a few cool things for themselves, but they're mainly what do we need. Yeah. The bikers are just saying whatever the fuck appeals to them at that moment.
Yeah, of course, because the cops.
The bikers are all thinking about themselves.
Yeah, the cops wants civilization. He wants order, and they're not going to take more than they need. They're fighting for their survival. They're fighting for civilization survival. So they're not going to get excessive with their living condition, especially because they already have so much.
Yeah,
they've got food. They've got shelter. They've got
security.
They've got weapons.
Bikers.
Yeah, but the bikers, they just want it all.
Yeah,
brand new socks and drawers. Give me some out.
They don't even care. They kick out. They'll just break stuff for the fuck of it, like with the TVs.
Yeah. They want everything.
They steal jewelry.
And
they steal money.
I mean, they don't need it.
Peter jokingly takes some money from one of the places in the building, but
that was.
And he says, who knows?
Yeah,
because if society does
and the way they go about it, also, the
bikers are just taking the money because money.
No, but they deserve that too.
He's taking the money because, in the hope, in the off chance that one day things might be back to the way they were.
If they do get better, Roger and Peter definitely fucking deserve a raise for all of this.
Definitely. What did you do for the
money?
What did you do for while the zombie apocalypse was going? We found two incompetent civilians, trained them to be good, and protected them through the entire thing.
Yeah, and we gained a nice lump sum of cash from this one place.
Yeah,
and when they got it, they didn't just jump over the counter and leave. No, they got out of the counter and they went through the entire little rope aisle on their way out the door, and that is in itself such an impact. It's such a hard hitting scene because it's the two ways of going about it. You've done things by the book this whole way. A little bit of a bonus isn't gonna hurt nobody. Like the two guys in The Wire.
Yeah.
When they come across that pack full of money, and they just take a little bit for each other and they don't tell nobody about it. But before that, some of it was unaccounted for, and they actually end up finding it in the car, just around.
Yeah.
It's like those two guys in The Wire basically, but it's also the other side of the mirror is Tom Savini just taking everything that you can.
Watch this movie.
Yeah.
We've talked about this long enough.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to cut it.
Happy Halloween, you guys.
No, ratings. Always the ratings. I constantly have to be bringing this up.
I give this an entire army. I'm giving this 8 Tom Savinis.
8 Tom Savinis?
8 Tom Savinis out of 10.
Okay. I'm gonna give it pies and seltzer water out of Errol Flynn. and for my favorite line.
Oh, okay, good.
I think this sums up how we got the rest of these zombie movies.
What?
We got this, man. We got this by the ass!
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
See you next week. Happy Halloween.
Bye.